I know you've heard about the Chris Brown allegedly jumping singer Usher at this birthday celebration that allegedly Usher threw for Chris Brown. Well, now our friends over at lovebscott.com has the exclusive details of what went down play by play. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Although I am here in London, the news doesn't stop just because I decide to stop. And I've been following this story about Chris Brown allegedly jumping Usher, and I said to myself, did this really happen? All we have been seeing is alleged video and just a lot of speculation. And you know, we are in the business of speculation, but I always need a little bit more. And our friends over at lovebscott.com has exclusive details about what went down allegedly. So let's go through this. Story time. Go get your let me go get some tea. Let me get some English tea and let me spill some tea. So our friends over at lovebscott.com dropped this. They said Usher and Chris Brown got into, I'll add allegedly, a physical altercation near the end of Chris Brown's birthday party in Las Vegas last night. In footage obtained by TMZ, Chris, Usher, and many others were partying at the Skate Rock City roller rink in Las Vegas, and everything for the most part seemed fine throughout the evening until it wasn't. So there's been video footage, and you've probably seen some of this video footage on social media, also on TMZ. But our friends over at lovebscott.com sources exclusively tell them that Chris Brown was angered, hear this part, by seeing Teyana Taylor at the party and wanted her gone. Not Teyana Taylor, who got into a public beef in honor of your name with your then girlfriend, well, after girlfriend situation. Rihanna, she's been loyal to Chris for years. They've known each other for years. They were ride or die. Okay, let me get into what happened. All right. So according to lovebscott.com, their beef stems from Chris's canceled American Music Awards Michael Jackson tribute performance. You remember that. A lot of people were upset. They wanted to see this moment happen, and then with no reason, according to Chris Brown, the American Music Awards canceled this performance. Well, according to lovebscott.com, they're saying that Chris blames Teyana Taylor because she was supposed to be a part of this performance and she pulled out at the last minute. So they say this. Apparently, Teyana was involved in the performance in some capacity, but pulled out last minute due to other obligations. And Chris feels like it's a big reason as to why the performance ultimately got canceled. That doesn't make sense to me, but we will continue. When Chris saw Teyana at his party, he approached her to air out his grievances and tell her to leave. There's just got to be so much more to this, because I just don't understand how these two who grew up together in this industry, have even called each other family, have gotten to this point. She had to pull out because of this performance, and maybe it caused this performance being canceled, but that's not on Teyana. That's not on Teyana, and you could be upset about it, but to hold a grudge at your big age, Chris? I still always wonder to myself, how is Chris Brown a Taurus? I don't see it. So he approached her to air out his grievances and tell her to leave. And you know Teyana's from New York City, so she's not the one. Teyana made it clear that Chris's behavior was out of line. This is the nice way of saying it, because you already know Teyana was like... and repeatedly telling him he was on one. Okay, in slang, when I first read this, on one in slang usually means like you are pissed off, you are feeling extra sensitive in this moment. I'm really trying to break down this slang for you guys. But based on what Lovey Scott is writing here, they were saying that she was suggesting that he was under the influence of something. There have been allegations over the years. I'm just going to say that. All right. So Chris didn't take too well to Teyana's pushback. Like he doesn't know Teyana by now. and the verbal altercation escalated, prompting Usher to step in to defend Teyana. Chris and his crew eventually had enough and decided to take things outside. That's when Usher followed Chris and his crew out into the parking lot. Usher, why are you even how old is Usher? Why is he hanging out with Chris Brown? I just always see, because Usher's been in the industry a long time. Why are you hanging out with Chris Brown? Well, maybe because Usher really has looked at Chris as a little brother. Apparently he was throwing this party for him. Anyways, so the altercation reportedly resumed, and that's when, according to our sources, lovebscott.com sources, Chris Brown and his crew beat, this is a quote, CB, Chris Brown, and his crew beat Usher's ass. We're told not only did Usher have a bloody not broken nose, Usher's in Vegas right now, but that he also had a bruised, injured rib. Were they kicking him? Neither Usher, Chris, nor Teyana have publicly acknowledged the altercation, which was first reported by Hollywood Unlocked earlier this morning. Both Usher and Chris Brown are scheduled to perform at today's Lover and Friends Festival in Las Vegas. We'll see if they both show. Can y'all let me know? What in the 1990s, 2000s is going on? First of all, I just feel like Usher must be my age. So, not to say that maturity even comes with age, because we know far too many people that are grown that are not mature. But Usher, first of all, I would not be following Chris out with his crew. And Usher, where was your security detail? I just look at Usher as one of our R&B icons. Even, look, I'm not going to even get into that because y'all are going to start fighting. But I look at him as one of those people, you know, there's all kinds of conversation about Usher being a part of the halftime show. Like, he is deserving of that position. He's worked hard. He's done what he needs to do. I don't like to hear that Usher's in these reindeer games, in these streets, getting beat up by crews and whatnot. Not our R&B singers. What? Not to say that that didn't happen back in the day, but we didn't have social media back in the day when all that stuff was happening. But not our R&B singers. What in the Jodeci? Usher, you are too, sometimes these artists, and I say this to a few of the artists from back in the day, y'all need to start holding yourselves in a space of, you know, I have achieved too much. I have too much to lose. I'm not hanging out with just any old body and in these streets so that I can get beat up by their crew, allegedly. Chris, I hope this story is not true, but there's a lot of smoke. And he's a Taurus. Y'all know I always bring back to astrological signs, but you know it's not just about your sun sign, it's about your moon sign and your rising sign. What's his moon and rising? This is sad. Chris, you should be celebrating your birthday, and Usher should be celebrating with you, and we should be talking about a joint performance or tour or something like that, not this drama. At this point, Usher, do not even think about a tour. No. If this really did happen, he's too volatile. I could not. Guys, I want to know your thoughts on all of this. What do you believe? What do you know? I'm in here in London like, Let's continue this conversation in the comments section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Ooh,